Are any of you guys gonna watch the Marvels movie?
Man,
Uh,
I don't think so, man. Why would I don't even want to watch it for research purposes, man. I'm gonna let you watch it, Phillip. Okay, and then you let me know how you feel. Why would I want to watch that? I don't understand. Like, yeah, nah, I don't think so.
What about you, Grae?
yeah, I said that as the poll, right, Captain Marvel, but it's the one that got the least votes, so that shows already. It's being beaten by cocaine there. So,
Wait, you haven't watched Captain Marvel?
no, I haven't. I don't know if I want to.
I don't blame you. I mean, by the way, I saw that one because it was still that was back when I was like, such a diehard Marvel fan that I had to watch all the movies of those phases. I think it was 1 through 3, right? I watched all those movies for the sake of it because I was like, nah, I'm going to check everything out. Even though I knew that one was already like rubbing me the wrong way. So yeah, I don't think you need to go see that, man. I don't blame you.
Yep. So the reason why I'm talking about it, this comes to us from Bound in the Comics. The Marvel's director Nia DaCosta claims the film is different from other Marvel films because it's really wacky and silly.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Wait, wasn't like Thor: Love and Thunder already like wacky and silly? Like, how more wacky and silly do you want?
I think I already expected this movie to be wacky and silly, so it's going to be even worse than I thought. Is that supposed to make us want to see it? Is that what people are expecting for a superhero Marvel film? Are they trying to be different than other Marvel? I don't understand what they're doing here.
Like, to be honest, I think what they're trying to do is, like make it like how. To be honest, I haven't seen Love and Thunder, but I didn't watch Ragnarok, and I thought that was like, it's right at that point where it's acceptable. It's like, this is crazy,
agreed.
but it's acceptable. But if it gets too over the top, it just becomes like not believable, and it just becomes stupid, right? Because my favorite rendition of Thor was in Infinity War. Not Endgame, Infinity War. I think there was a good amount of, comedic values that Thor had, but he was also serious. That's what I liked, right? And I didn't watch Love and Thunder, and I heard that they basically turned him into a clown. He basically wanted to have a 3-way with his hammer and his axe. That's what I heard. Okay, I didn't watch it, but how more wacky can you get? Right?
Exactly. So with that, Phillip, when I was watching phases 1 through 3, and Guardians of the Galaxy had more of a silly kind of a vibe, but it was still enjoyable for me, and it was still something solid, right? Thor 1 and 2 were very kind of distinct in their tone, and then Ragnarok, I actually liked it because it kind of gave me more of a Guardians feel. It was kind of more eccentric a little bit more wacky, I guess, so to speak. But it was still like solid in my opinion. I did not watch Love and Thunder. I did not watch that. I already knew what to expect, and just what I heard about it was accurate. I was okay. That's what I thought. So I skipped that one. This movie, it already seemed like it was going to be more on that like kind of weird kind of side. So there sounds like they're really digging into that. And something tells me it's not going to be on the same level of like, still substance as the Guardian films or Thor 3. So this description just doesn't, it doesn't sound appealing.
Yeah. It's sort of, someone says in the chat, it says the silliness seems to be used to hide bad writing. I agree. And it's sort of like the bad CGI in the Flash and it says that, the director was like, it's meant to be wacky and silly is because, he's doing the time, like Speed Force shit, like get that dick out of here, man. All right, let's continue. The Marvel's director Nia DaCosta recently claimed that her film sets itself apart from other MCU fare because it's really wacky and silly. DaCosta's comments came in an interview with Total Film Magazine. She said the biggest difference from the other MCU movies to date that it's really wacky and silly. So that's it. So they're really pushing it. It's really wacky now, chat. It's just it's oh my god. The words we go into this movie's worlds, unlike other you've seen in MCU, bright worlds that you haven't seen before. She elaborated, and the Casa previously described the film at last year's D23 Expos in a sizzle reel, saying "full comic book madness." And yeah, so I'm probably not gonna watch that. Might we get DMCA'd? As for her claim that the film is wacky and silly, the first teaser trailer made that abundantly clear. The trailer was overloaded with quote unquote humor resulting from Captain Marvel, Captain Monica Rambeau, and Miss Marvel swapping locations with each other every time they activated their abilities. However, this type of humor is nothing new for the Marvel Studios, and it's wild to try and claim that it somehow sets the film apart from the other Marvel Studios production. In fact, the opposite is true. This humor is a part of the parcel of nearly every Marvel Studios production since James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy back in 2014. In the subsequent ramped up by director Taika Waititi in both Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder. Yep. Yeah. I would say I think the first time we got that wackiness was Guardians 1.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Look, guys, I have nothing against, just like a fun movie, right? If they actually somehow make this movie fun and enjoyable and make the characters likable, then I think having something that's more on the wackier and sillier side could be okay. It could still be a fun watch. Now, so I'm not against that. I try to keep an open mind as much as possible. For me, I just, I thought that Captain Marvel was bad for a lot of reasons. I skipped the one with the chick with the stretchy girl. I forgot what's her name.
Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't have a whole lot of like expectation for these characters, but yeah, like I would be pleasantly surprised if this movie actually was good and had like some decent stuff to where it was a fun watch, even if it wasn't traditional superhero stuff. It doesn't always have to be that way. I just can't shake the feeling that there's going to be some sort of pandering kind of stuff, woke stuff, or like one of the guys said, hiding the bad writing or kind of the bad aspects of the movie behind, oh yeah, we were just trying to be silly and like whatever. Like, so that's I have apprehension, but it could be kind of good. Maybe it could be fun.
Yep. What about you, Grae?
Yeah, actually, I'm a bit more cynical than Ryan's take. It's like, yeah,
good.
It's like wacky and fun. It's not a value proposition. It shouldn't be a primary value proposition of a superhero film, in my opinion. That should be the value proposition of a comedy film.
Okay.
Right. You're not afraid to throw, like, I just put out my review on Scary Movies. Like, yeah, it doesn't hesitate. It doesn't care if it offends people. It's a movie of another era, sadly, but that's what I expect from a comedy film, but not from a superhero film where you expect some character development here and there, not just some goofing it off. Yeah, but it's because they took it way too far ever since Guardians 1. It's like, oh, people like this. We should put this in every other Marvel film to make it better, but it only served to hurt it, in my opinion. Like, it kind of diminishes the shows, in my opinion. And what else? And as far as I know, Miss Marvel started rescreening on TV, and it's not doing good. It's not doing good. It's like they desperately want to introduce this character to everyone. They want everyone to really like this character, but it's really a no-go. It's like, despite the comics, despite her appearance in the game, in the Avengers game, despite her appearance, even rescreening on TV, which even though it's already on Disney Plus, it's really a no-go. So it's not looking good for this incoming movie.
Do you guys think that they have like real confidence for it though? Like, or do you feel like they're sort of being kind of forced somehow internally to like make this movie, for whatever reason, whatever woke points or whatever, like, do they even have confidence that this is supposed to do well? It seems like they're kind of desperate a little bit.
Yeah, for me, they kind of are, because the fact that you're even showing the Miss Marvel show on TV. It's already on Disney Plus. If people really wanted to, they just go to Disney Plus. You don't have to go all the way to show it on TV.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like it's kind of like the Flash situation. They threw in so much money on it already. It's like we gotta try to make this good. It's like it's the point of no return.
Wow.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Grae. They really want this to work, and I'm pretty sure if it doesn't, like let's say, like we all know that Miss Marvel didn't do that well on Disney Plus. I heard it wasn't the worst show, but it didn't do well. Like no one who knew who she was. They're trying to bank off that. Oh, remember Captain Marvel made $1 billion? Well, it's not because we marketed correctly and put that movie in between Infinity War and Endgame. That wasn't the reason why that movie made $1 billion. No, it's because Brie Larson was just so good, right? She's just so great. But I guarantee you, if this movie fails, and I know it will, they're gonna blame Trump for it.
What?
Hear me out.
Oh, please.
Hear me out. This could be a stretch. Trump he did the Muslim ban, correct?
Okay.
She's Pakistani, the first Pakistani superhero that Marvel had. She's
Okay.
Muslim, correct?
Right.
Now, the reason why the movie doesn't do well is because Trump's fault.
Okay.
It's because he was a bigoted racist.
I can't tell if you're joking or not, bro. You got to come clean, man.
So the thing is that you think I'm joking, but I can see them making that tie. Right? Because we read an article not long ago saying that during the filming of Captain Marvel, Brie Larson was having a meltdown on set is because Trump won. So Samuel L. Jackson had to console her.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. He'll be indicted over it.
Okay. But Phillip, honestly, man, you are very bold to make that assumption. And I think that if there's a headline or something out there that like genuinely suggests, Trump for that movie, bombing or whatever, or not doing as well, like I feel like that would come across so silly, even to like, people like, far left or something like that, man. Like I feel like that's just so, it just sounds so bizarre.
Well, this movie is wacky and silly, so it could work.
That's wild, man.
But yeah, let's continue this. The official description of the film states that Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. But unintended consequences see Carol shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to an anomalous, sorry, I'm not sure if I said that right, wormhole linked to the Kree revolutionary, her powers become untangled with that of a Jersey City superfan, Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, and Carol's estranged niece, now Saber astronaut Captain Monica Rambeau. Together, this unlikely trio must team up and learn to work in concert to save the universe as the Marvels. See, the film stars Brie Larson, Taynona Paris, and Iman Vellani. Okay, that's a lot of people. And then the Marvels arrives in theater November 10th. Yeah, so yep. Yeah, this movie is just gonna be wacky and silly. No one's gonna go watch it. If Dune is still gonna be set to release in November, this movie is gonna bomb. We do know that IMAX theaters are putting all their money in Dune and not giving any theaters to the Marvels. Wow. So yeah, this movie's gonna suck.
That's right. Dune is coming out around that time. Wow. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, man. So we're not gonna watch it, but we
wait, Phillip. One of us has to watch it, bro. We can't all
Grae and I might have to watch it.
Yeah.
You have a duty. You have a duty to watch. Come on, man. Do it for the people. Do it for me, please. I'll pay for y'all's ticket if I have to, man. Like
I pay for you, so I don't have to watch it.
I can't suffer like that. You're stronger than me, so that's your duty, bro.
Okay, Grae, if you want, you can make a video off of Captain Marvel, like before we watch this. I think it'll be good.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then the thing is that you got to remember that Captain Marvel was in phase 3. It's phase 3. So it's a tail end of phase 3. And the thing is that I would say Captain Marvel is an okay movie at best. And I'm being extremely generous here. For me, I Captain Marvel felt like a phase 1 movie that's basically sitting in phase 3. And the reason why they did that was because, we got to make sure that everyone, because, going into Endgame, you're going to want to know who Captain Marvel is. Right. So like they market this shit perfectly. Right. If it was, I would say this movie probably would have made like 400 million at most, but it made over $1 billion. And they said that, take that, stupid, nasty trolls, take that, Ryan Kinnell, you freaking, Brie Larson feet lover. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and honestly, Philip, I was actually unaware that it made that much money. I'm super surprised, but the way that you kind of explained it, like that makes perfect sense, and that's very devious and very kind of cunning for Disney to do, to put it in between those movies so that it gets those eyes. People feel like they have to see it, it kind of gives this illusion that it was really good or that it was very well received. Man, I think the movie, if it wasn't for all the stupid in your face woke stuff that they put in there, the anti-man stuff, like the stupid, it was a lot, right? You'll probably see. If it wasn't for all that stuff, the movie itself, could have been decent. I think like Philip said, it could have been like a decent movie at best. But a lot of the other stuff bogged it down, and that was the problem. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, Grae, you remember, was it Winter Soldier? One of the best MCU films, right? In my opinion, I think one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Do you remember what's it called again? Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury said, "Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. You got to keep both eyes open." Captain Marvel, you'll find out how he lost his eye.
Right. I know how he did. I've seen.
Stupid. It was just insanely. It
was very underwhelming.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this segment of the Project Eggroll podcast. If you like what we do here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know next time when we go live. We do go live every Saturday at 8 p.m. Once again, we are just getting started. Tons of more video to come. Thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.